The thought of Melbourne United's NBA preseason showdown against Oklahoma City Thunder brings up some different feelings for Josh Boone. The former New Jersey Nets center has been playing around the world since his fourth NBA season finished in 2010, and he has enjoyed some wonderful and some bemusing times abroad. The 32-year-old acknowledges he lived the dream during his 4 NBA seasons. But one thing which never leaves an NBA player is the belief they can still make a difference at the highest level, and while Boone has been out of the league for almost 7 years, he is no different. While there has been interest from time to time, there hasn't been an offer serious enough for him to return. Opportunity knocks. Melbourne United import Josh Boone says playing NBA side Oklahoma City is a huge opportunity for all the players. Photo Mick Connolly. What Boone knows is a good showing against the Thunder in the US on October 9 could create opportunities for any of the Melbourne players. Veteran 208cm centers are always in demand at NBA level, and with the NBL season finishing in February, Boone wants to remind people why he was in the league to begin with. "I look at it as a chance to show that not only did I belong in the NBA at that time, but that I am still an NBA caliber player, and maybe I should, or maybe I shouldn't still be in the NBA," Boone said. "If given the chance, I would be able to perform, and that is a little bit of how I look at it." So is this game an audition for Boone, or a matter of pride and performance? "It is both," Boone said. "It's one of those situations that if a guy like me with experience can show that he is still capable of it, then you never know what it could lead to down the road. Granted, I'm not sure, but you never know what can happen." Boone is just as excited for the rest of his teammates as he knows very few players get an NBA opportunity, and for most of United's roster it will be their one chance to play on an NBA floor. "I've already seen interviews Kyle Adnam has done talking about it being one of the biggest opportunities of his life, and that is true," Boone said. "Most of the people who play professionally never get this chance, especially a young guy like him, so I'm very excited to see what he does, and the rest of us as well." After being impressed with Boone's play in the final 12 games of last season, Melbourne wasted little time in tabling an offer for Boone to return this campaign, and he quickly signed on. "You don't get that too often in this business. It's always nice to be wanted," Boone said. "Many would think a former NBA center would always have suitors keen to sign him, but it can be more difficult than it looks. The last full year that I played, I led the VTB Russian League in rebounding, and was top 5 in 4 other statistical categories, and didn't get an offer from anyone in the league," Boone said. "That is kind of how it goes sometimes. Melbourne definitely won me over. If it wasn't for that, then I might have waited around for longer to see what else might come up." While the bright lights of the NBA beckon for Melbourne United, Boone and other leaders are pushing the team not to take their eyes off their opening round NBL clash with Adelaide in Adelaide on October 5. They play that night and then fly to Oklahoma City for their Thunder game, before heading home to continue the NBL season with another clash in Adelaide. In a tight NBL competition, losses will hurt, and Boone won't be accepting any excuses about the NBA game being a distraction. "It will give us a gauge of where we are at that time," Boone said. "It is really only one trip, but maybe it affects us a little bit for the second Adelaide game, but it really shouldn't. We travel for a living, and we get off planes and go to basketball courts. That is what we do. It can't be an excuse we use."